high before, right? We saw Pablo jump pretty high, yeah? Would you believe me if I said he can jump a lot higher?
Quer ir, Del?
Yeah? All right, well, we're going to show everyone here just how
Levanta a mão,
fast
fica aqui alto.
So I'm going to walk over
Fica em
here.
pé aqui, que qualquer coisa eles chamam se você quer ir.
Don't get drenched, he deserves it.
Olha lá, olha lá, ela chamando.
Stand right
Já,
here.
já vai ser voluntário.
You're going to hold this over the pool as high as you can, okay? Oh, so make sure it's over the water. Perfect, just like that. I'm going to help you hold it because it's really heavy. All right, and I think we're ready for Pablo.
Foi melhor você não ter ido mesmo.
All right, thankfully we have a towel.
Ai, ainda bem que você não foi, filho. Você vai estar com roupa agora pra trocar.
Our job has a lot of perks, setbacks as well. Now we've had a lot of fun with Pablo, but I need to rinse my face. And there's another sea lion that would like to come out and meet everyone. So please give it up one more time. Pablo!
Canada's accredited zoos and aquariums, we strive to offer our animals the top-level care, husbandry, and nutrition that is available. In doing so, we
Nós
help to
estamos aqui
protect
assistindo o
and
show
conserve wildlife.
Sea
Our day
Lions,
of animal care at
que é do
Marine
show da
Lakes
foca.
starts bright and early at 6:30
Como foi o nome do
a.m.
primeiro?
when staff come in to prepare
Ele queria ser
all of the food
voluntário,
for
ia
our
se molhar
animals.
tudo.
The first
After
one
Esperando a
was
foca
fun.
voltar.
Introduce husbandry with our animals. This includes a physical exam, which occurs multiple times throughout the day. If there are any concerns, those are reported to our in-house veterinary staff. The remainder of the day is spent tending to the animals and monitoring and maintaining all of the systems around the facility. Through our efforts at Marine Life, we are also able to enrich, engage, and reconnect people with nature and to inspire a conservation action. Our aim as a zoo and aquarium is to raise awareness to the struggles that many species around the world are currently facing. Every animal species has a story that needs to be told.
Você queria ser voluntária, filho? Pra se molhar todo.
To help these animals, we participate in conservation efforts to save their species from extinction, like the species survival plan for our African penguins. Now our next sea lion is very, very excited to meet you, so let's give our biggest hand yet.
Please give it for youngest Priscilla. Now, this, as I said, is Wembley, and he is a he. I know that might seem a little odd considering the male that we just met, who obviously was Pablo. We remember Pablo. He was quite large, pretty hard to miss. Now, Wembley obviously is not quite as big, and that Wembley is just a baby. He's just a pup still. He's gonna come down and give y'all a closer look. So he is just a baby. He is gonna be turning 3.
Esse é menor,
this year,
filho, é o
July.
baby. 3 years.
I know, he's just the cutest thing ever.
3 aninhos.
Now,
O outro tinha quanto? Mais de
born
20, né?
right here at Marine Life, that's
23.
Ryan Rock. And you may have already guessed this, but Pablo, who you just met, is in fact his dad. And his mom is, who hopefully you're going to meet her a little bit later. So we do have her here. And they have been all together since he was born. So they spend lots of time together. But we also give him some breaks as well, because especially for mom, sometimes you need a break. Now, Wembley, when he was here, we started his training like right away. And when I say that, I mean like within the first few days of him being here, we needed to. We needed to have him be okay interacting with us because we needed to interact with his mom. And we couldn't separate the two. There he is. He's very cute. I know, right? Now, we couldn't separate the two because these animals are mammals, meaning when Wembley was born, he was still drinking milk from his mom. So they needed to be together, and so we needed him to be okay working with us and getting comfortable being around us. So since day one, we started working with him and teaching him just the basics of training. And now he's gotten to a point where he knows lots of behaviors, not as many as his mom or his dad yet, but soon he will know just the same amount. Now, can't all work and no play, right? We've got to have fun with our animals. They want to have fun. And biggest way that we do that is by something called enrichment, which really in play terms is just toys. We give our animals toys. Wembley's favorite toy, usually at the moment, is like a cup or a pylon. I know, I'm sure all of your favorite toys too. They're pretty exciting. Now, oh yeah, Kaylee's got something cooking up for him. So sometimes we get a little feeder toy as well, just like you might make for your dog or your cat at home. Different type of feeder toys for you hide your kibble or whatnot in something. So Kaylee's gonna put fish in the cup. She's gonna put that ball in the cup and then put some more fish in it. And Wembley's gonna have to figure out how to get that fish out. So we'll see. He usually does a pretty good job. He's done it over the time, and usually doesn't take him too long here. So we'll throw this in for him. But this is what we do a lot. There he goes. And nice and easy. He's gonna get all that fish out of there. And then he's gonna come up right back to his trainer. Oh, we made it a little bit more difficult today. There he comes. And so this is something that we do with all of our animals, not just Wembley being a pup, but with his mom and his dad too. We do lots of enrichment to keep their brains stimulated, to keep their bodies moving and picking up and learning all sorts of new things. Now, the first thing that Wembley learned when he came here, he had to double check there was no more fish left in there, just had to make sure. One of the first things that Wembley learned was how to target. So we all saw Pablo target, right? They know to touch their nose to that target pole. We had to teach Wembley how to do that as well, because that target pole is like the basis of all of our training. So pretty much every behavior that we teach our sea lion comes from them knowing that target. Because once that's solid, we can transition that into all sorts of different things. We can tell him how we want him to move his body, because I can talk to him. He unfortunately does not understand English, and I don't understand sea lion very well. I'm here hopefully one day. But right now, we have to teach him how we want him to move his body, and so we're able to transition just like that. And we're able to ask him to lift his flipper, to do all sorts of different things with him, so that we're able to make both his life and our life a lot easier here, because we're able to communicate with him. Now, this goes for what we call husbandry and medical things as well. Our sea lions do a lot of husbandry and medical voluntarily, which makes obviously our life easier as well as theirs. And so our bigger sea lions, Quincy and Pablo, are trained for voluntary injections, ultrasounds, x-rays, all sorts of things. Now, Wembley's not quite there yet. Luckily, he doesn't need any of those things yet. He's still very young. But one day he will be at that point. And for right now, we do all of his husbandry voluntarily as well. So we check over him every single day from the tip of his snout to the end of his hind flippers. Make sure there's no bumps or bruises or scratches or anything that's new. Just to make sure, because if there is, we can always let our vet techs and our veterinarian know and get him checked out just in case we need anything to help make him better. Now he's gotten pretty good at this, and being down front here was actually sometimes a little deeper. But this, one of his husbandry behaviors, we're able to lay him down flat and feel over his entire body. Like I said, we were able to feel for any sort of bump or scrape that might have come up, because him and his mom tend to roughhouse sometimes, so we always like to double check. As we all saw Pablo's teeth, they're quite large. Now, Wembley has done such a great job out with us, but as I mentioned, we do have one more sea lion for you guys to meet, his mother. So do you guys want to meet her? Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to head with Wembley and get him back in his house here, get him playing with some toys, and we'll be right back. If you can join me in giving one last round of applause for our lovely little man. He did such a great job. And we will be right back.
While we wait for Quincy to join us, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we do here at Marine Life. At Marine Life, we are committed to providing educational and conservation programs that enhance the experience of our guests by enriching their knowledge, encouraging respect, and responsible management of all living creatures. Now, if you are a big fan of the penguin you met earlier, you will be very excited to learn that we do have penguin meet and greets, where you can get up close and personal with one of our penguins, learn lots about them. We also have our penguin paint day. you can create art with a penguin and even take some penguin-made art home with you. In addition to that, you can even come celebrate your birthday here with us, meet some more of our animals, and even help us feed our green sea turtles. We also have our underground zoo and aquarium where you can see the rest of our African penguins and many more reptiles, fish, and other cool creatures. Now, Quinty has been very, very excited to meet you, so let's give her the warmest welcome.
All right, now keep your eyes closed because she's quick. This is our lovely Miss Quinty. Oh, and she comes wearing gifts, of course. Let's give a round of applause, please. Quinty. Now, this is Quinty. She is a 17-year-old female California sea lion. She is our only female that we have here, and like I said, she is Wembley's mom. She was a first-time mom with Wembley. She did such a lovely job. Now, being a female, there are obviously some differences between her and Pablo. She's beautiful, isn't she? Yeah. Now, obviously, between her and Wembley, there's not too many differences right now. That's because Wembley, because of the stage he's at, he's growing, he kind of looks like a female right now. And they're pretty much the same size, the current state, but one day Wembley obviously is going to be much, much bigger, probably bigger than Pablo, and Quinty is going to stay this size. Now, the males are sometimes 3 times bigger than the females. And one of the other differences, as we heard with Pablo, he has that big roar. I'm sure we all remember his roar. It was quite loud, quite impressive. Now, Quinty makes a lot of sounds too, so she does not roar. What Quinty does is she barks, and she barks to communicate with her pups, so Wembley. So that's a lot of what if you're ever in the wild around a big colony of sea lions, it's a lot of barking. That's usually the moms communicating with their pups. So we want to show you what Quinty sounds like, but I was hoping somebody would come down and give us a hand. Anybody that wants to maybe be a sea lion trainer for the day? Anybody that's super, super excited that wants to...
Vai, levanta a mão.
Wow.
Pra ajudar, vai lá.
Super excited. Yeah.
Super excited,
Crickets is right.
Super excited, pula!
Hop on down.
Oh.
All right, come on over here. All right, now is this your mom? Yeah. Hi. We're gonna turn this way because we don't need to look at her. Now what's gonna happen is Quinty's gonna come up right here and we're gonna ask her to talk. So how you do that is you're gonna take this hand, your right hand, you're gonna put it in a fist, and I'm gonna count down from 3. When I get to 3, you're gonna bring it up to your chest like this. All right, can we practice once? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. All right, you're gonna here. I think we're ready for Miss Quinty. She's gonna come on over. All right, here she comes. No, just a little bit, maybe. Are you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. She's pretty loud, and she'll just keep going. She'll look as long as she talks. Awesome job, my friend. Let's give a round of applause for our volunteer. You can hop on up. So, she knows her work. She does. Now, she is obviously very loud and she talks a lot. She loves the sound of her own voice. So usually if you're in the mall and you hear like echoing screaming from our back house area, it's usually Quinty. She likes to make herself known. Now, Quinty is also, as I said, she's 17, so she's significantly younger than Pablo, meaning as you can see, she's very fast. She's very fast, she's very agile, and she'd be pretty excited to show off a lot of her higher energy behavior. She really loves that. Now, is that something you guys are interested in seeing? Kind of the high energy? Okay. So, I need lots of energy, because then Quinty's going to give you lots of energy. So what I need from you is to please clap your hands, please stomp your feet, and give it up for Quinty, the California Sea Lion. do it for the show for us today, but it doesn't do it for all of you down here in the grandstand. We are going to be heading to our photo session. If you would like, you can have your photo taken with one of our sea lions or Miss Sweet Pea, the penguin who we met earlier, just not at the same time. Your photo with the sea lion will look a little something like this. You're going to stand next to Stan, go pump up, you'll smile, look pretty, and that's it. Now, if you're interested in that, just stay seated for now. Charlotte's going to come out with a bunch more rules. But for now, we are going to head to the back with Miss Quinty here. If you wouldn't mind giving her one last round of applause as we head back to her house.